back in June, we made more repairs by adding extensions to my pleinair easel. Well, it's now around the 1st of August, and we finally can get to putting these round magnets on my pleinair easel. So, let me get things set up for you, and we'll get started with putting these magnets in certain places to hold my various pleinair equipment. But first, if you're new to this channel, let me welcome you to Countryboardwalkstudios. I'm CB Mack, a multimedia artist who enjoys making my own art supplies for pleinair painting, urban sketching, and to use in my studio. So, let's go put these magnets on this pleinair easel setup. Okay, I have things set up here, and I'm going to apologize in advance if you're having trouble seeing my head, the top of my head. But I've got my magnets here. I'm going to put these extra ones in here, and I'm going to put all of these smaller ones right here because I've already lost a couple down below my porch here. We've got this little piece that I'm going to try and glue on over here on this edge, since we're using my wood glue. And you can use either type of these wood glues. I've got Gorilla wood glue, the original. It says that it's incredibly strong, water resistant, no foaming, and dries in the natural color. And then I have this Tidal Bond 3 Ultimate Wood Glue, rated #1 by the pros. This one says it's waterproof for exterior and interior, superior strength, longer assembly time, and water cleanup. So I think I'm going to use this one instead, but whichever one you can use that you can get, go ahead and use. That'll be dependent on you. I'm going to put this wood piece on first and glue it on so we can see if that will glue back together. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop this top. I say pop this top. And I've got to clean it out because I have used this glue on some other things. Put that in there. And I'm just going to run a little bit. Well, let me double check and make sure which side we're going on. Yep, this side here. We're going to just run a little bead on it. A little bit on it. We're going to set this in here, and then I'm going to take one of my binder clips and just bind that to hold in that position, and hope that my binder clip does not glue down to this wood. All right, now I said that I was going to be putting some of these around this center part here for sure. And then I think what I'm going to try and do is put maybe a circle there, a circle here, and then maybe a circle here, so that I can hold my, I've got a water jar that I'm going to clip on, but I've got that round etcher palette that I use a lot. And then I've got my pastel pencils. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, to alleviate the screws popped up here, I'm going to put strategically a magnet on each side in between so that I have spaces to magnetize down some stuff. And then the same thing down here on the bottom. I think I'm going to put, except down here on the bottom, I think I'm going to go 3 wide on this bottom section. And then I'm not sure if I'm going to put any down here. And then I'll still have a way to lay a bigger sketchbook here if I need to. Now, these come with little papers on the back, and the back side is sticky. So I am going to, I said we were going to line up 4 around here so that I could put a solid palette there if I needed to. I'm double checking this one because I don't have the paper on it. There we are. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I know where I'm putting them, but I'm just going to take a little bit of this wood glue, put it all on it, and then I'm just going to strategically put that right about there. Now this is going to, I don't know how much I need to put on it, so I'm just going to put a little bit to cover certain areas. I think I put too much on that one because that one looks like it's sitting in a pool of glue. And then I'm just going to leave these on here for about a day or so, and we'll come back and we'll look at these and we'll see how this setup works. But I'm just going to go through here. This is a real simple process. Now this has got glue on it to stick down and things, but I just want that extra security with the wood glue so that they don't fall off. And I want the waterproof instead of the water resistant one because I know I'm going to be caught in the rain with my plein air stuff. And so I'd much rather have it waterproof than not. And you can see these are beading up a little bit of glue on the outside of it. That's okay. I'm not worried about this. It says surfaces must be clean and dry. Joints should fit tightly. Apply a heavy spread of glue to the surface and clamp for a minimum of 30 minutes. Do not stress your joints for 24 hours and remove excess wet glue with a clean, damp cloth. So, I'm thinking that much glue is going to be plenty. And I'm not going to worry about clamping these down. I'm just going to press them on there. and we'll see how this goes. Now, since I made this one, I have had a lot of people on the channel or so ask me, wouldn't it be better to build one out of plywood? And yes, it'd be a little bit better and stronger build for building one of these out of plywood. And you'd be able to set these magnets in the wood a little bit more, and you'd be able to have a sturdier, heavier setup. And that's the thing, it depends on how heavy and how long you're going to be carrying your easel around to wherever you're plein air painting in that. But I do have that other setup where I have that plywood board that I just have flat. I have been thinking about maybe cutting that one in half and having it to where even though it'll be long like this, it'll be cut in half and I can fold it up. So if you'd like to see me make another one of these easels out of plywood, put plywood in the comments below this video, and that way I'll know you guys are interested in me building a plywood easel, because I do need to use that flat easel a lot more when I'm using a much bigger sketchbook like my A4 sketchbook. My A4 sketchbook would fit on this. I apologize, boardwalkers. My camera phone overheated and it cut off in the middle of my filming, and so I didn't know until I had done this all the way. So I've gone ahead and I have finished gluing on all of our magnets. And as I was saying when the video cut out, I can go ahead and lay my A4 sketchbook on this and it will work out pretty fine. But that bigger plywood board easel that I have is a little bit wider and it'll have more room to lay my A4 sketchbook on it along with my other supplies. So now that I have this all dry, let's see how this is looking. This is looking pretty good with this piece here. So let me grab my supplies that I normally will be using on this. Let me put these magnets up before I lose more down the slats of my thing here. And let me go get some of my art supplies that I'd be taking, my plein air art supplies, with us on this and see how this is going to set up. Now, all right, so I don't know if you've noticed, but this tape section here is where I would either be taping a piece of watercolor paper or I would be balancing this art panel here. I also have these long 12-inch long rubber bands that I've bought that I would be excuse me, that I would be putting on my board on this bottom section here to hold pages, sketchbook pages, like so. And then this aluminum panel, let me turn it this way so you guys can see what it would look like from your point of view. I would put rubber bands on this section here, and I'd probably slide another rubber band across here if need be. But we've got my Pitt pastels, and those would go right there. That's not going to move anywhere, and I'm not going to flip it over because my pencils will flip over. But that will secure that there. That will give space here to put these pencils, my graphic gear, my new ink pen, and my multi-8 pencil. It would also give space for my brushes to sit. Then here is my dual purpose, my dual purpose water pot that clips on. I'd be using this one, and I would be putting it either right here, clipping it on here, sliding that on there. I would probably be using this etcher palette. That's going to sit there. And let's see if we can get this to pop out. Come on. That would sit there. Well, come on. Get out of there. And my mixing palette would go there. And then I could put this other cloth there, and I would have my color chart sitting somewhere where I could see it. And then if I needed to clip a sketchbook, I could clip a sketchbook with my clips up top here. So I think this setup is going to work really nice for me. And then just plop it on a tripod. So hopefully you guys now know the process from start to finish of how to build your own portable easel, James Gurney inspired easel, out of these cutting boards, and how to add attaching little pieces of board to the side to expand it if you need, extender panels, and how to attach your magnets to your portable easel. If this video has been of any help to you guys, please don't forget to click that thumbs up button. Share this video with other folks who you think might benefit from this video. And don't forget to hit that subscribe or like button over here on either one of these sides. And that. Also, don't forget to put plywood in the comments if you'd like to see me do a build with the other easel, my flatboard easel, into a folded up easel with these brackets in here and these magnets put in to that board to see how we set that one up as well. I look forward to seeing you guys again next time, boardwalkers. Goodbye for now.